Hello and welcome everyone to Anfield Road TV Champions League final night. And yes, let's hope we are in for a absolutely fantastic game of football. Let me know your score prediction in the comment section below. If you are new around here and want to keep up to date on all things Champions League or football things in general as well, make sure you do hit that subscribe button down below. And hope you're all bouncing to the not the old Linkin Park anyway, but what a band they used to be anyway. Got some good classics anyway. But chat, how are we? Hope you're all well and you've had a very good Saturday afternoon, morning, wherever you are from around the world. Hugely anticipated encounter between these two. Liverpool did get eliminated by Paris Saint-Germain a couple of months ago anyway. And when we all seen that, I think we all appreciated the quality they had in their team. We got knocked out on penalties. It's one of them anyway, but I think anyone that's watched a bit of Paris even this season, I think Liverpool and Paris Saint-Germain and certainly obviously Inter missed out on the Scudetto this season to Napoli on the last day of the season anyway. But yeah, Paris, chat, what are we saying? Score predictions? I wouldn't mind Paris Saint-Germain to win. I know, obviously, with the ownership and all that, but I really like the fact that Luis Enrique Paris Saint-Germain have finally built a team that is worthy of winning a competition like the Champions League in itself. Of course, the Champions League finalists against Bayern Munich a couple of years back anyway, a Kingsley Coman winner in that final. Obviously, Bayern winning 1-0. Against the French side anyway, but Inter Milan second final in 3 years. Shout out to Romelu Lukaku getting man of the match for Manchester City 2 seasons ago. Excellent goal line clearance from him. But yeah, chat, let us know your thoughts. I'm looking forward to this. It should be a very good game of football. Two different teams, very contrasting styles of football. The Italian steel, the Italian legendary defenders, the Beressis, the Maldinis, the list is absolutely endless, really. Inter, they shown against Barcelona a couple of weeks ago anyway that they can score goals, but historically coming into the latter stage of this competition this season for Inter Milan, they've had prior to the knockouts, they had a fantastic record in terms of conceding not a lot of goals. But I think when you come up against like say Yamal and Rafinha and the other lads as well, you're bound to concede. And yeah, let's hope we're on for an absolute classic this evening as well, everyone. It should be next season Liverpool will be in the Champions League semi-final or final at least, especially if we get Wirtz and Kerkez. But yeah. This is what the players should be watching the final tonight and using it as motivation, fueling it really as well. So big up there. Steve, how are we, buds? But yeah, not too bad, Steve. Hope you're well. And nice one for tuning in, mate. Big up there, Nick. How are we, la? But yeah, big up, lads. Hope you're good. Niles went with Paris Saint-Germain on penalties. I think we'd all like it to be won before the 90 minutes anyway, but yeah, fingers crossed. We just get a good game of football. Niall, chat, how's your day been anyway? Thank you very much, most importantly, everyone, for tuning in. Oh, do apologise, shot one on the 90th minute. There we go. As we said, Luis Enrique, obviously what that man's been through over in his career and in management and just in general life as well. Did lose his daughter a couple of years back anyway, which was difficult for anyone really and everyone. But he's been through a lot as a manager and as a human being really. He speaks really well, Luis Enrique. He spoke really well about Liverpool in terms of when they beat us. Showed a lot of respect as well. And for just mainly for him. And obviously, Paris Saint-Germain, I think they're very grateful to have him as a manager anyway. He's a top elite level coach. He's certainly a type of coach that potentially, if Pep Guardiola does leave Manchester City in the next couple of seasons, I think City will go all out for a manager of the ilk of Luis Enrique. But I don't think he'd leave because he's building a very good squad here anyway. But Inter, obviously DeMarco, Mkhitaryan, Çalhanoğlu, Barella and Dumfries. Up front for Inter, Lautaro Martínez and Thuram. Obviously, Bastoni, Acerbi and Pavard and Sommer make up the back line for Inter Milan this evening. Obviously, that famous Italian back three that every single great Italian side has always played down in the 100-odd years of football anyway. But Acerbi getting a goal in the semi-finals against Barcelona. But PSG, man. The quality, we all know the quality already within that side anyway. It speaks for itself, really. But a phenomenal footballing side that, if you get going tonight, you can certainly do absolute wonders. Obviously, for Paris Saint-Germain, anyone tuning in missed the starting 11. So you got Donnarumma, Hakimi, Marquinhos, Pacho, Mendes, João Neves, Vitinha, Fabian Rui, Ezra. Oh, and we are underway here. That's a bit interesting there. Vitinha's just absolutely played that out in a rugby throw-in. Really there. Fair enough. Starting the press quite early on. João Neves, Vitinha and Fabian Rui. That is half of my midfield. That's, for me, certainly the best midfield in European football in terms of the technicality, the ability on the ball and defensive transitions as well. So good, man. And then up front, Desiree Doué, obviously Dembele and Kvaratskhelia as well. So yeah, one of the most exciting teams in European football to watch. Obviously Dembele getting over. I think Dembele, if you missed it this week, chat, he's got a bet with the local French watchmaker in where he lives, and it was he had a bet with him this season that if he scored over 30 goals for Paris Saint-Germain this season, he'd get 2 watches. But he's went double or nothing with the watchmaker. It was a fantastic story when he heard it last night. So if he wins and he scores, the main thing is he scores tonight, he gets 4 watches. And we're not talking 20 quid watches. We're talking footballer watches in excess of £300,000 per watch, or probably even more, especially in Paddy as well. But chat, hope you're all well. So a very strong side for both teams anyway. Obviously, you look at Mkhitaryan since he left the Premier League, obviously at Arsenal and then Manchester United. He's a top level player, Mkhitaryan. But yet again, another player that has left Manchester United and done absolutely wonders. Steve's gone 3-1 to 3-1 to Paris Saint-Germain to him. He predicts, but yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Inter one of those sides really that I think it will be interesting to see how they deal with the pressure. Obviously, second final in 3 years. But this Paris Saint-Germain side's going forward here. Desiree Doué. So this PSG side, they play absolutely amazingly, really, in terms of going forward. They play without no fear. That was a word I was trying to think of. They play without no fear, really. They just Doué, such a talented footballer. But the fact that they've got Bradley Barcola on the bench as well, Paris Saint-Germain tonight. There's so much quality across the park, really. So, yeah. Obviously, he's been here, done that already and signed the t-shirt. Luis Enrique. But, yeah. Big up there as well. But as Nick said there. But two very solid all the way at the back here. They're doing really well. And as we said, straight away from the kickoff, Vitinha doing a diagonal cross just to put it out for a throw-in. You know exactly what Paris are wanting to do in the early stages of this game. High press, high intensity. Similar to what they've done against Liverpool in the round of 16 in the first leg. They've just got so much energy, so much quality off the ball and on the ball, really, that they just swarm around you. Obviously, that's the Luis Enrique style of football that he loves to play anyway. It's what he demands. Did anyone catch that Mbappe interview he done? Obviously, the famous clip of him speaking to Mbappe in one of the pre-game talks as well. Inter on transition here. It's not a foul, that referee. Get up. It's a foul on Mkhitaryan. I felt he's been bought there, really. Chat, hope you all had a very good day. Should be C. Doug, lads, how are we, bud? Yeah, damn in. Yeah, another one, Niall, chat. Literally the last 10 years, all the players that have left Manchester United, they've gone better. They've got better. I tell you what, it's going to be phenomenal watching Kevin De Bruyne in the Serie A, chat. My man could go for another 5 years in Italy. He's already, well, I think he's going to be turning 34. But you look at players like DeMarco, Acerbi at the back there for Inter. I think he's like 38, 39 years old. So, historically, the Italian league, yes, it's very slow, lethargic, but it's such a technical league as well. And the fact that Scott McTominay is just... and he's a very good player, Scott McTominay. I know everyone wrote him off, especially United fans and all that, but the fact that he got the MVP of the Scudetto this season in Italy, he's been a remarkable sign for Napoli. And it'll literally be going back to the throwbacks of watching the great Italian sides in the early 2000s. Obviously with the Cambiasos, the Kakas, Schneiders, great attacking midfielders in that division. Clarence Seedorf. Ball down the right here. Desiree Doué somehow got that anyway. Tell you what, that's a foul, that referee. I was going to say, Bastoni's brought him down there on the byline. That's going to be that's going to be the best battle, really, tonight. Down that right-hand side. Desiree Doué against Bastoni. Two of the best young players anyway. Obviously, Desiree Doué, 17 years old, but Bastoni, youngish for a centre-half, really. He's like 24, 25, but he's still got plenty of years ahead of him anyway. He has been on my list for absolute ages, chat, if you've been watching me down the years. Bastoni, phenomenal centre-half, but he's never going to leave the Italian league anyway. He's a home bird. Ball in. It's a fantastic delivery, that, into the box. All the Paris Saint-Germain players have missed it. Vitinha. Ball to the far stick. Marquinhos. Big opportunity there from Marquinhos. He has the run on. I think it's Dumfries he runs off the back of. Really poor for Marquinhos. It should be he's got the jump on the opposition defenders. But at the minute, Inter, if they can bypass this press, Inter, but they can't, and it's a great interception. Absolute swarming the Italian back line. This young Paris Saint-Germain side. But to João Neves. João Neves. I'd love him in our team, chat, but no chance. You'd have to pay about 120, 130 million. I know we're paying that for Wirtz anyway, but we've got too much to do this season, sadly. Not sadly, it's a good thing that we are going out and spending money, but maybe next season. Give them an offer they cannot refuse, as you say. Desiree Doué, quick feet, man. Vitinha was at Wolves a very long time ago. Obviously, they declined to sign Vitinha for, I think it was in around 20 odd million pounds, or 15, 16 million pounds, which you look at now, and hindsight's a wonderful thing in football anyway, but yeah. Who would have thought, eh? He's in a Champions League final. But at the minute, first as we approach the 10-minute mark in a little second, it's all being Paris Saint-Germain, really. Inter got to weather this storm, really. But as many great Italian sides, they used to be sitting camped in their own half, on the back foot for large spells, and that's a shot on target there for Desiree Doué. Switched flank as well, but that's what you get with the Paris Saint-Germain forward line. Doesn't matter if it's Dembele through the middle, Kvaratskhelia on the right, on the left, Doué. The fluidity of the front forward 4 or 5 attackers Paris have got, whether that be Ramos, whether that be obviously Barcola as well. First attack for Inter Milan here. Ball down the right hand side. Denzel Dumfries, who had a massive impact on the semi-finals against Barcelona. Obviously getting 2 assists and a goal. Or it might have been the other way around, but he had a fantastic semi-finals, the Dutchman. But how are we, Ozan? How are we, bud? As Nick said there, yeah. If you're a footballer, bud, you can never have enough. It's pocket change, really, for footballers nowadays. Long searching ball here, all the way back to the Donnarumma. Achraf Hakimi down the right hand side. Dembele, he's got a fair bit of space to run at. He's got inside here. Dembele should be doing much better there. He had the run on Bastoni, and Bastoni screaming at DeMarco there. Just no support really for Bastoni down that left hand channel. And at the minute, Inter are hanging on for dear life here. You really need to get hold of the ball, really, the Italians. Just switching it from left to right. Running at extreme pace. And with intent. Vitinha, Desiree Doué. Oh, what a goal! Hakimi 1-0. Total football. Total football. That is exactly why Paris Saint-Germain would have been one of the best footballing sides this season. It's like a knife through butter, straight through the heart of that Italian defence. Inter Milan's anyway. Hakimi at the far stick, but the ability and the timing on the ball, it looks like a simple ball, but it's just having that composure from the likes of Vitinha and Fabian Ruiz. It's a lovely touch. But the awareness from Desiree Doué, just to know that Hakimi is free at the far stick and he just plays him and sets him up with an absolute tee. He's 2 yards out. He's not missing that. And that is 1-0 Paris Saint-Germain. He just absolutely sidefoots that into the back of the net. And the Moroccan, who had a fantastic World Cup. That Moroccan side, tell you, one of the best African sides coming through, or one of the best international sides coming through over the last 5 years as well. A lot of investment has gone into the development of Moroccan players over the years, and he's been one of the products of it, really. A former Real Madrid man. I'll tell you what, chat, what a start this is. And they fully deserve it, chat. What did we say? Inter just losing the ball here. Just got to be careful here now, Inter. They've been absolutely swarmed. It's been a phenomenal start by Paris Saint-Germain. You can't get any better of a start for a team in a Champions League final. Just the ability on the ball. Yeah. Nice one there, Ozan La. Much appreciated, bud. Absolute legend, La. Ozan, you'll get a game in You'll get a game in Italy, mate. But Yeah, it's well, we say 3 at the back stick though, Niall. That was a phenomenal footballing goal, wasn't it, chat? Just the way they just slice through them with so much ease, really. Well, it's typical of a Luis Enrique side, anyway. Yeah, 100% deserve it. Yeah, but that's two of the best right backs in world football. Obviously, he's had a fantastic season. Achraf Hakimi, he's top right back, man. You look at his data and everything's top percentiles through the board anyway. There we go. Yeah, it's amazing awareness though, chat. Yeah, legendary managers, Brett. Legendary managers, mate. Well, chat, if you're just tuning in, you haven't already done so, drop a like on the video as well, chat, for Paris Saint-Germain tonight. Tell you, we're watching football and royalty tonight. The way they've started, and very much the way they will finish this game. Obviously, I've said for absolute ages, it's going to be Paris Saint-Germain's season. It should have been, well, that in the Inter Barca semi-final was absolute carnage. There was next to no defending. But Bastoni, DeMarco, lads, he's playing far too ahead of Bastoni. Especially when you're getting doubled up, really, down that right-hand flank. He needs a bit more better communication. But I tell you what, this is amazing pressing. Hopefully this is what Liverpool will be doing next season as well in the Champions League. But it's just that ability that Paris have, and hopefully for Liverpool going into next season, Liverpool with the pace down that right-hand channel with Frimpong. Obviously tonight it's Achraf Hakimi, and obviously got Mendes down the left for Paris. But if we can bring in Kirkes, it's just so much energy. Ball down the right-hand side here. Is that going to be a foul? I thought that would have been a foul on Dumfries. I think Pacho got away with one there, really. We are tuning in. 1-0 to Paris Saint-Germain, courtesy. Oh, it's excellent closing down, and it was millimetres away from Ousmane Dembele. But it's like Inter Milan are playing with about 9 men at the minute. Kvaratskhelia. Oh. Nearly. It was about 10 yards over the bar anyway, but anytime he cuts on his left, chops on his right as well, you just don't know what he's going to be doing. The Georgian. It's going to be difficult next. It is going to be difficult, but I'd say personally, they need to start going a bit more longer into try and bypass that Paris Saint-Germain midfield. Show that's one aspect that. Oh, looks like there's a Mendes might be down here. He's holding his head. But me personally, it's extremely difficult when any team is getting extremely pressed to this nature, really. It's you've got to personally, I just resort to going long, try and get it up to your target men. Obviously, Thuram and Lautaro to try and bring up your team a bit more higher up the pitch. Because when you're getting pressed, there's no room, and Inter at the minute they haven't even got past the halfway line, really. Well, fair play. Gaz, lads, how are we, bud? How are we, mate? Do drop a like on the video as well, chat. Smash a like on the video. Helps out massively. No, I don't think he will, though, Everest, anyway. But, yeah. Salazar, yeah. I suppose there's a French award, innit? Oh. Let's hope everyone sees sense and votes for Salah anyway, because he just needs a good start to next season as well, though, chat. Salah just needs a good start to next season. A very good start. Yeah. Yeah, Lee, top side, this Paris Saint-Germain side, chat. And it would be not nice to get eliminated in Champions League, but any season that you say, oh, yeah, we got knocked out, but we got knocked out by the we got knocked out by the winners anyway. Paris Saint-Germain going forward here. Ball to the far stick. Desiree Doué. Doué, it's 2-0! 20 minutes gone! And Paris Saint-Germain have absolutely decimated this Inter Milan backline. It's a deflection off DeMarco, but the Paris Saint-Germain fans they're not bothered. They're absolutely not bothered. 17 years old, this fella. Desiree Doué, remember the name. Remember the name. This lad is destined for the very, 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 very top of European. Oh, well done there, Pacho. He's done so well to keep that on, Pacho. But Paris Saint-Germain on the break. Absolutely deadly. But there was 4 players to the Inter Milan back 3. And that is awful by DeMarco. It's a little bit of a underhit shot. But the fact that DeMarco, he's turned his back. And you can't be doing at any level of football. An experienced fullback like he is. It's absolutely embarrassing. You're Champions League final, lads. You're not scared of the ball, are you? Awful. And rightly so. I tell you, Inter, got to be careful. This could be about 4-5-0. Even before half-time here, chatting. The game could be absolutely done. Throw in the towel at half-time for Inter. What a player Desiree Doué is, man. That's a goal and an assist in 20-odd minutes in the Champions League final. Yeah. Oh, Donnarumma, what are you doing, lad? Nearly give that away. And referee said play on here. That's going to be a corner for Dumfries, but I tell you what, if they can score quickly here, Inter, it's so important. You need to score straight away. Chas, what a start to this game. Oh, sorry there, Chas. It is 2-0. Got that excited about watching that goal. There we go, 2-0. 2-0, Chas. Ball into the penalty box for Inter. Oh, Çalhanoğlu. What a ball in there. A chair beat. Should be getting that on target, really. The centre half. Should be headering that down. Needs to be headering that down. But as we know, when we faced Donnarumma, it's been quite suspect over the last couple of seasons, Donnarumma. Every time I've watched him as well, though, chat. It's just one of them goalies. Yeah, 100% Nero's on. Absolutely phenomenal, mate. Yeah, deserve it, mate. Yeah, and then we say we got beat by the winners of the competition, Liverpool, this season. And fair play. It is what it is. Yeah, Lee, they're not going anywhere anytime soon, mate, anyway. I think it will be Paris Saint-Germain and Liverpool competing for European trophies in the next couple of seasons. Because I do feel if Liverpool got past Paris Saint-Germain, I do think we would have won the Champions League this season. Yeah, all day, Gaz. All day, mate. I tell you, that would have been some final, though. If Barca actually knocked out this Inter Milan side in the semis, it would have been about 6-6 at half time anyway. Yamal, Ezra Doué. Desiree Doué. If you're Paris Saint-Germain, after tonight's performance, you're giving him a new contract and you're putting a $1 billion buyout clause in his deal. What a performance. Yeah, Parc des Princes. But Paris Saint-Germain have got a team worthy of winning the Champions League now, though, chat. It's a young squad in footballing terms as well. It's hungry. And most importantly, they're willing to run for each other. A bit similar like our lads as well this season. They're wanting to run for each other. It's not like when they had Messi, Neymar, Kylian Mbappe. It's the best thing Paris Saint-Germain should have done about 5 years ago, was getting rid of Kylian Mbappe. And I think that's what's going to be the case again with Real Madrid in the next 5-10 years. Yes, they've got a very talented team, but are they an actual good footballing team? I don't think so. Because I think if anyone's watched Real over the last 6-12 months, yeah, Mbappe's been getting the goals, but the way they function as a team, for me, don't offer a lot. Too many all me, really, players. Oh, bloody hell. That surprised me, chat. Gerard. Nick, could be about 3-4-0. Do apologise, chat. Can't even drink properly. Oh, shot on target there. So yeah, chat, make sure you are dropping a like on the video as well, everyone. If you are new to, obviously, Anfield Road TV, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Yeah, they did, Nick. I think Arsenal just... It frustrates me with Arsenal because there's a good football inside in there. I just don't think they've got the right manager. Oh, Martínez nearly tried to have that overhead kick there. And he was lining up for it anyway. But Lautaro and Foram, it's a detriment really to Paris Saint-Germain's side. This side just limiting Inter. But tactically, this game is amazing, chat. Paris Saint-Germain are just going man to man across the pitch. Everyone's got a man, and you're like, right, you're staying on him. We're believing in you. You have that man. It's not as easy as Paris Saint-Germain are making it out to be tonight. It's very risky in regards to modern football in terms from a tactical point of view, because like, if no one's not on the press, then you can quite quickly get bypassed. But at the minute, as we approach the half an hour mark, all good, Steve. All good, mate. Thank you. All good, mate. Well done. Hakimi there. That's awful. That is awful by DeMarco. He's looking across the line. Shouldn't be doing that. If DeMarco, I'll tell you what, chat. If Costas or Robbo done that in the Champions League final, where they're just turning and they conceded, I'd get him off. I'd take him off here. As Marquinhos is saying, focus now, 2-0 up in the Champions League final. The hard work's been done now for Paris. As Inzaghi absolutely ballistic on the touchline. But you've seen this a couple of times already in the Serie A this season. just very, very hit and miss, this Inter Milan side. If you get them on a bad day, you'll do them. Yeah, that's the thing, Nick, isn't it? That's hopefully Liverpool do a bit similar, really, mate. It's and chat. Ideally, just try and reserve or opportunity here for Inter to go forward. Ball into the penalty area, cleared by Vitinha. First little bit of spell for Inter, really, getting on the ball. But yeah, you never know. Hopefully Liverpool try and play a bit more reserve next season. Was nice getting all that Champions League money, because it has worked. We're buying weights and a couple of very high profile players already this season, so the money's getting well and truly spent. And that's what it's all about. If you win, 7 out of your 8 Champions League games, I think it works out as a £2 million a win. So that's paid for the Van Dijk and Salah contracts and all that. So there's a space here now for Paris Saint-Germain. How an Inter so open here. Desiree Doué off the right flank. Oh, what a Trivela pass that is. Dembele inside the penalty box. Not going to be a corner. It is corner. But I tell you what, they're getting absolutely battered in the wide areas. DeMarco and Dumfries, they're not switched on at all tonight. Far too complacent. Corner here for Paris. Is that a penalty? He's just shoved him in the back. Ball to the far stick. Referee? I tell you what, that's got to be getting VAR checked. Marquinhos gets rugby tackled there in the penalty box. He's not appealing for it, the Brazilian. Fair enough. All the way back to Donnarumma. Yeah, if anyone watching, like we've all watched, all of us have watched hours of football, but just watch tonight. If anyone's watching, we'll do it alongside the watch along tonight. Just to look at the way that they're moving, man. The space that they're creating, running off the back of the Inter Milan midfield as well. They don't know where they are. They're literally chasing shadows, really. The Inter Milan midfielders. Because they're looking over the shoulder. They don't know where they are. Because there's little triangles, little patterns of play as well. There's just... But this is all from the press in football. Press. Even 32 minutes. The main thing for Paris is they need to just keep up this intensity. The moment they relax, that's when Inter Milan might come back into this game anyway. But say what a ball that is by Marquinhos. Fabian. Yeah, so much space down this right hand side. You can transition it quickly. Paris Saint-Germain. Dembele off the right flank. Needs to get his head up. He's found Vitinha. Dembele. It's going to be a corner. Tell you what, much better than that Europa League final we watched, chat, innit? 16th face 17th. Ooh. But, yeah. There we go, chat. Yeah. It is though, Nick. It is, mate. But a bit like me already this season, I underestimated this Paris Saint-Germain side in our game. I thought, like a lot of Liverpool fans out there, they were like, oh, sounds, we'll do them. What a ball that is. It's a goal kick anyway, but Yeah. I think there's been a kind of resurgence, really, of the French league over the last year or two. I think, obviously, the television rights in France have been a massive factor in terms of the last couple of seasons, really. They've been decimated. A bit similar, really, with the Italian league. We know how much money is generated in the Premier League. But in Italy, especially in League One as well, they've really struggled to generate quite a fair bit of money anyway. Opportunity here for the Inter first. Mkhitaryan, ball in. Oh, he's missed it there, Pacho. Forham should have been at the far stick there. Needs to be a lot more aware there, because he's anticipated that. Just needed one touch out of his feet to get a shot on target inside the 6-yard box. 10 minutes in the first opening 40. It was 35 minutes already gone. That feels like 5 minutes anyway, due to the sheer quality on show tonight. Yeah, next goal. Well, the added footballing cliche in football. Next goal is so important. It is. Because if Inter do get a goal, then the momentum might shift. But it's very highly dependent on Paris Saint-Germain. If they get that next goal, then good night, Vienna, as they say. Ball over the top here. Jan Sommer. Bit of space here. It's a 2v2 for Inter on the breakaway. Forham. And that's their issue. That is their issue right there, chat. As we said, because Inter are that deep, they got in a 2v2 position there at the top end of the pitch. Ball in! Oh, it's excellent defending by Pacho. So, yeah, that would have been 2-1. If it wasn't for the former Frankfurt centre-half. It's an excellent positional play. We had a big centre-half. Really taking no chances. So, Inter, Çalhanoğlu with the corner, ball in. Oh! He needs to score that mark for them. And that's one of the biggest aspects, as we said. The height advantage from a physicality point of view, this Inter side has got on this Paris side. That's a big opportunity from the Frenchman. Need to be getting that on target at least. Absolute. How has he missed that? Jack and the Beanstalk stuff at the far stick there. Absolute giant in Forham. So, no hydration break here. I'm not surprised he needs a breather. Both teams. Especially this Paris Saint-Germain side. Obviously, Mendes. Very, very clever by Mendes. He'll be okay, but he's just taking up especially conceding a big opportunity like that. He's just trying to take in a bit more of the very good game management. Big up there, Andrew. Hope you're okay, bud. Did you manage to get the footy on, la? As said, chat, are you watching this on Amazon? Obviously, I'm watching it on TNT anyway at the minute. But it should be free if anyone's wanting to watch the game. Sloppy by Vitinha. First bad pass he's made all night. But hope you're okay, la. Looking after yourself. Yeah, 100% there, Nick. 100%, mate. Not at the minute, Buzz. Not at the minute. Obviously, nothing will happen really as it stands because Germany have got a Nations League semi-final, and if they get past, I think they're playing Portugal in the semi-finals. I think it's tomorrow or the day after. Oh, what a chance. Fulham with a flick behind. That needs to be much better there. Needs to take that into his stride there, Fulham. He's tried to be very clever. And as Inter, can he get him behind? Bastoni needs to release that ball. Fulham, if he can get his head up the space down the right-hand channel. Dumfries, they need to overload that penalty box. Barella still kept it in there. Nicolo Barella. Ball back in. Away by Pacho. But as I said before, first 5-10 minutes, Inter just need to start showcasing their more physicality, playing a lot more long balls, really, against that Paris Saint-Germain back line. It's how you bypass the press. It's how you get up the top end of the pitch a lot quicker, really. Kvaratskhelia. It's been all Inter Milan the last 5 minutes. Dembele. Played a lovely, delicious ball to find Desiree Doué. He's a very intelligent player at the minute. A couple of nice little, intricate, little short passes. Oh, happy days, lad. You'd think that the medical could be done over there anyway, couldn't it? Be state-of-the-art facilities. João Neves. Ooh. Bit too high there for Usman. Yeah, we should have a good chance, mate, next season. Should do. As long as we bring in a couple of very big players as well this summer, bud. That'll be all good, lad. That's poor by Sommer. Poor pass out. It's all about the pressure. Three minutes left in the first opening 45, chat. If Inter could somehow manage to get a goal, we'll give them a bit of a lifeline, really. I just find it mad that they went with Pavard tonight, right centre half. Like, you look at the sheer pace within this Paris Saint-Germain forward line. It's a complete mismatch. Because you come up against Kvaratskhelia, Dembele and Doué against Bastoni, Acerbi and Pavard. It's a recipe for a disaster, really. All three Paris forwards are absolutely some of the quickest players in European football. Ball to the far stick. Oh, wow. That should have been game, set and match there, Dembele. How has he missed that? Dembele should have scored. He would have had his 4 watches there, as we said it just before kick-off. Dembele needs a goal in this final to get those 4 very expensive watches from his local watchmaker that he's had a little deal with. Very high press again. There's going to be a minute left of normal time. It's an excellent press here by Hakimi. Couldn't quite keep that in. Hakimi's playing left wing back there. Just goes to show the sheer press. Çalhanoğlu's remonstrating with his defence there, just saying I can't see any passing options really. Do 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 do. Lautaro. What an opportunity this is for Paris. Oh, it's so greedy by Desiree Doué, but he's a man in form tonight, all season really, and he's apologising to all his teammates. Absolute shades of little Ronaldinho just gliding through opposition defences. Couple of step overs. Very quick feet. I haven't watched the recent days at DC films, but the new Superman's coming out, isn't it, I think Kev was mentioning that anyway. Yeah, it's Steve. Should be good, Should be good. Should be very good, bud. It's been a fantastic season this year, hasn't it? I'm saying that. Kvaratskhelia. No, it's going to be a corner there. Sorry there, chat. I didn't put the do apologise. Forgot to put the other time on there. There we go. So last kick of the first, opening 47 minutes anyway at half time. A goal for Paris here now would be good night for Inter. But we've seen teams come back from 3-0 down, haven't we? It's very, very rare anyway. But in by Dembele. Oh, what an opportunity. Kvaratskhelia, he's shaking his head, he knows. What a chance. And what a half of football we have bear witnessed this evening, chat. Phenomenal, pure footballing quality from this Paris Saint-Germain side, as we fully expected, really, going into this game, really, in all honesty. Fantastic performance. So, chat, thoughts on the first opening 45 there? So, yeah, very, very good game. Very, very good game. But yeah, chat. I'm trying to think. There's not been much Liverpool news today, has there? Been very quiet, to say the least. Anyway, nothing's really happened. Been more or less the same recycled stuff. Steve said there, can't wait for next season. Should be good for us, mate. Should be a very good season indeed. I fully expect us to go back-to-back Premier League champions. In all honesty. There's no reason why we can't, because the football we're playing under Arne, he's only had a year, and do you imagine 2, 3, 4 years into the project? Yeah, we're doing good as well. Nick saying 74 goals and assists in 190 games in the Bundesliga. I don't think that's accurate, Nick. I quickly check it on here, mate. But if that's the case, what's that? A goal and assist every 3-4 games, and around that ballpark anyway. But is that right, Nick? I'm guessing it is, mate, when you put it in. But if that is the case, then it's quite staggering. We know, obviously, anyone's not seen him, as I've said in my analysis over the last couple of weeks as well. He's a player that likes to get forward, gets assists as well. So I know everyone's disappointed, and we all are, of Trent leaving and what he can do on the ball. But I think in terms of, if you can't get Hakimi, if you're losing Trent, then certainly don't. Frimpong is very much in the top 3, top 4 of right backs in European football to go and pursue, really. And the fact that, if you look at it, we got 10 million off Real Madrid. So take 10 million off that 30 odd million price tag, or 29 million for Frimpong, £20 million player there, really. So it's not been too shabby, really. It's been very good. Oh yeah, sounds all good, lad. All good. But yeah, for a team go back 2.5 time, usually needs to be a much better performance. There will be a time in the second half, chat, when Paris Saint-Germain do become a lot more tired within the game. They will become that. They can't continue this press. If they can, then fair play. They're a very young side anyway, but there will be a period in time where they drop a bit more deeper. Paris Saint-Germain, they allow Inter Milan to have a lot more of the ball and try and create anyway. But yeah, I think the main thing I think Luis Enrique will be going in half time saying, yes, you've got 2-0, but just try as much as you possibly can just to keep up this momentum. But yeah, there will be a period in that second half, chat, that Inter, they'll start growing more into the game. Because I think it was the course of that 45-minute period, to say Inter only had 5 minutes, really. But the big opportunity for Foran off that corner, as we've already said tonight, chat, is the ability off those corners, and even deep free kicks or short free kicks as well. Just get that ball into the penalty area in the air. There's a massive mismatch, really, in terms of a height advantage, really, from the Italian side. So yeah, just got to just play to their strengths, really, play it into the big men. And again, I just don't get Lautaro Martínez, though, chat. I don't get all this hype. Everyone that speaks about him, he's a good player, but every single time I watch him, I'm like, what do you do? Like, what do you do that makes everyone wax lyrical about you? Because even tonight, he's the captain of Inter Milan, isn't he? Like, speaking of Superman, there's a trailer there. But yeah, I think they need Superman up front, especially more than Martinez anyway, Inter Milan, because they could do with him anyway. But yeah, it's disappointing, really, if you're all honesty. But yeah, it's Inter Milan. We know the age profile of this Inter Milan side, extremely old. You look at Acerbi, he's getting on now, 38, 39 years old. Dumfries, 30 odds. Mkhitaryan, was he 34, 35 as well? He's extremely old. Çalhanoğlu, not the springest chicken anyway. And DeMarco, quite old in his age anyway. And then you look at Martinez and Foran, quite young. He had a very good game against Barcelona. And Foran, obviously, he's coming from a very rich history of a great footballing family. Obviously, the famous Foran that used to play for France down that right-hand side. Anyway, he was a right-back / centre-half as well. But what a legendary icon of French football. Their dad was, obviously, his other brother, plays Marcus, plays in the Serie A. Does he play for Chat? Who does his brother play for? I done countless transfer videos years ago about him potentially being linked with Liverpool. Yeah. Obviously, that was the period before we did sign Ryan Gravenberch anyway, but we're made up. Not we got Ryan Gravenberch anyway, but yeah, his brother plays in Italy anyway. Is it Inter? Not Inter. Is it Ace? One of the Italian sides anyway. Doesn't really matter. Not too bad. Not too bad. Inter don't have a Steven Gerrard. Yeah, of course. They don't, Ozan, thankfully. For Paris Saint-Germain anyway. But yeah, just they're looking on the VT here, chat at half time. They're just creating massive overloads, this Paris Saint-Germain side. It's one thing trying to put players forward, but when you're playing quality delivery in and around the penalty box, just the ability on the ball, really, of dragging players out of the defence and just trying to and overloading the penalty area as well, though, chat. Not enough teams do it. It's very risk adverse, really. You've got to be a very good footballing side. You've got to be a very good footballing side, to say the least. But fair play to Paris, because it's very much paid off, really. But any opportunity Paris do have tonight, as they've already showed, the full-backs are bombing on, the wing-backs are cutting in, they're doing absolutely everything. There's movements across every corner of the penalty box of Paris Saint-Germain. And yeah, that second goal really come from Pacho in his own penalty area, keeping that ball in play. Obviously, he becomes the third youngest goal scorer in the Champions League final. Who was the other one? Let's rewind that. Clive 18 years old, 327 days, and Carlos Alberto as well. Is that the legendary Brazilian centre-half? Is that chat? Is that the Carlos Alberto, the Brazilian lad? Did he play in Europe? Fair enough. The legendary Brazilian fullback. I might be someone completely different, so I do apologise, chat, but that's the Carlos Alberto I'm thinking about. That Desiree Doué is probably worth about 200 million after this game anyway. Yeah, he's not going to be leaving anyway. He's going to be getting a new contract anyway, certainly. Or Xabi Alonso or Vladimir Schmidt. Guerla. Yeah, 100% there, Steve. Fantastic first opening 45. Expect really, but not into it offered a bit more. Yeah, I think we all did really, in all honesty, Nick. I think even you, very similar as well. But it's one thing expecting more, but I think it's been a very long time since I think me personally, I don't know how you feel, chat, that I've watched a Champions League final and a team's played as well as they have in the first opening 45 minutes, really. I have to go all the way back until 2005. But it's the speed, the pressing, the determination, the collective unit as well, really second to none. And if they do close out this game, Paris Saint-Germain tonight, then they'll 100% be worth it anyway. So, being absolutely fantastic. But yeah, as Nick said, when you're a top team in the attacking ability of fullbacks, that is more important than the defensive side, in my opinion. Yeah, it's flying fullbacks. Can Inter, as Everett said, can Inter make it like we did in 2005? Anything's possible, Everest, as we all know, chat. You never know. All it takes is a misplaced pass at the back end, like at the back of Paris Saint-Germain's advanced defence. A little deflection, a sending off. Like a sending off in the Champions League final. That would be madness anyway, but not only is Hakimi just scored in a Champions League final, my man is on an advert. I'm guessing this is for some, like, I was going to say it was Dior or something, but I think it looks like New Balance. Tell you, my man's getting paid millions just to stand there with an Under Armour. Sorry there. Sadly, we're not sponsored by New Balance, so shout out to them as well. But it looks like Under Armour. Yeah, Under Armour. So yeah, there we go. But is there an F1 movie? What's all that about anyway? Oh, it's got Brad Pitt in it anyway, and they give him about 20 million just to be in this film, just to be Brad Pitt. Yeah. But yeah, it is what it is. Chat, if you haven't seen it, there's a good video. It's not like 2000. I mean, you go to Blockbuster. There's a good film on Netflix. If anyone likes your driving or whatnot, it's obviously based off the Gran Turismo game. Like someone that used to play the Gran Turismo game become a professional race car driver. So he's gone from quite literally someone playing in the bedroom on a video game to then winning driving competitions at the elite level of sport, really, driving. Yeah, he needs to touch some grass, doesn't he, anyway? He certainly has. He's minted now anyway with all those wins in his card anyway. But yeah, no, sadly not all that play video games can become footballers as well. I play too much FIFA anyway. But sadly, I haven't got a left foot like Gian Arisa. That was a shout out to you there, Ozan, as you say. But yeah, Nick, that's a big yeah, of course. But yeah, there's another Jurassic. So we've got Brad Pitt back in movies now. What is this? 2005. What Jurassic Park's this? Is this Jurassic Park number 20? Oh, of course it's got Scarlett Johansson in anyway. I think she's in it. As we know, I've studied a media degree. It doesn't matter. You can make the film could be absolutely awful. Anyway, no, fine. The film can be absolutely awful as well, in all honesty. But just whacking a Brad Pitt or a famous actor, then people will flock to go and see it. Doesn't matter. Could be a film about a loaf of bread or something, but if it's got whoever you fancy, really, in terms of Hollywood or whatever, then people will follow, really. What was that awful film I watched? I've watched quite a fair bit. And don't worry, it wasn't Everton or Manchester United on Match of the Day. Who was it? What was it? Oh, that was it. The Pixel film. Like, how can you make a film out of that? Like, yeah. It's got like Pac-Man in and everything, really. I'd Adam Sandler in anyway, which is, I don't mind him. Obviously, he signed his new multi-million-dollar deal with Netflix. Obviously, he signed on for about, I think it was like 5 or 10 films, and they give him like 20, 30, 40 odd million, which is mad to think about it. But obviously, there's a second Happy Gilmore out. I think that's coming out very soon. Or it might be out now anyway, but yeah. It's one of them. Yeah. Is that about Manchester United's back line, mate? I don't know. I don't know. They've been a lost offence, in all honesty, so. But yeah, good film, mate. Chat, what's your famous film? Your favourite films, anyway. Mine's the highlights of 2005, anyway, watching Stevie. So let's put the headset on. See what he has to say. Recently just turned down the Rangers job, I think. Stevie, get your boots on, lad. Stevie saying exactly what we said. Nice one, Stevie. Saying it, getting it wide, getting into the box, and use the physicality of the team. Yes, lad. So we are fastly approaching the second half here, chat. First time Champions League winners tonight here, chat, possibly for Paris Saint-Germain. It's massive for them. Yeah. I don't know the name of that referee, but he's one of the best in world football anyway, hence why he's refereeing the final. I think he might... Chat, did he referee us versus Paris Saint-Germain? I think he did, you know. Don't know his name, the referee, but I think that's the same referee. We are back underway yet. Come on. Let's see another start like we did in the second half. Than we did that we had in the first half. Should be good, Andrew. That's a big franchise in itself anyway. There we go, lad. Going forward here. Dembele, little back heel. Paris Saint-Germain, Kvaratskhelia. Can he put this game to bed? Ooh. Side netting there nearly. It's going to be a goal kick. But I'll tell you what, Paris Saint-Germain started exactly how they finished the first opening 45. But Paris Saint-Germain playing up against now their end, really, in terms of shooting towards their own supporters in the second half, sorry. We'll see the Paris Saint-Germain Ultras always providing a very big noise for them. Would be good if they actually started stringing a couple of passes here, really. It's an excellent interception. But Forham, he's done well. Is that going to be a yellow card? That should be a yellow card for Pacho. I tell you what, he'd be very lucky if he escapes a yellow card here. It's a very cynical challenge, not malicious. He catches him, but he's got away with one there. Pacho. Yeah, nothing too major really to deal with. Yeah, mix up the yellow cards. Inter fans looking very dejected. Throw-in down his right-hand side for Inter. Long search and throw-in. Martinez, Lissandro. To Barella. Ball into the box. Nice pull by Ashraf Hakimi. It's going to be a corner there for Inter. It's exactly what we said at half-time. Needs to be starting to do. Get that ball. Cross it into the penalty box. And utilise that aerial ability. And the advantage, really, that they've got, the Italians. They're appealing for a penalty. Oh, handball. It was handball the other way. What's Barella saying? He's remonstrating with the referee. The referee's saying it was, looks like Bastoni. Yeah, Lissandro. Yeah, come off Lissandro Martinez's arm. Long searching ball there. The Forham. Patch. Opportunity here for Paris Saint-Germain down the left-hand flank here. Kvaratskhelia. Fabian Rui. Kvaratskhelia. Oh, wow. What an opportunity that is. Should be 3-0. Should be game, set and match there. Huge opportunity for the Georgian winger to put that game to bed, really. That's what the Inzaghi's saying to the referee. Surely has to be a yellow card. And the fourth official is saying calm it with the imaginary yellow card. I felt it was just a very cynical block. Oh, he's okay, DeMarco. Got up within about 20 seconds. Ooh, wide. The Dembele trying to kill that into the top right corner off that left-hand channel. Hopefully it gets sorted soon, lad. I think for all of us will be very good. Poor interception there. We're trying to intercept it there, DeMarco. Paris Saint-Germain get past the next 10 minutes. They win the game. You win the game. It's got a game management here. Zaleski and Bissek coming on. Quite surprising, really, but I don't understand why they've started. As I said in the first half, why Pavard started this game, chat, I do not know. Do not know. Bissek should have been starting this game, really. He's had a very good season, the German. For Inter. Yeah, Pavard's... Why he started this game, I do not know. In all honesty. What Bissek does have, that Pavard doesn't, is very good pace, and he's such a massive centre half, really. Big physical player, but most important, he's a very good centre half. Zaleski's come on. Ball in. I'll tell you what. It's going to be a corner here for Inter Milan. And Donnarumma's gone down here. So Marco's come off. Not surprised. He's had an absolute shocker. Looks like Inzaghi must have had the watch-along on anyway. Because we said just get him off. Yeah, true. True, Nick. But you look at that Paris Saint-Germain side, not got a lot of experience in it, really. Apart from, obviously, Marquinhos, Donnarumma. Dembele as well. Punched away. Barella cleared. I'll tell you what, very good closing down here by Paris Saint-Germain. Opportunity here, Inter, if they can get it over the back line of Paris. Is that a foul in the build-up? No. There's someone in the crowd that's got a referee's whistle. That sounds like the same. All over the top. Martinez, Barella. Bit of space here, opened up for Inter. Zaleski needs to pass that off. That's so greedy. So greedy. And now he's getting booked, the substitute. He's only been on the pitch about 2 minutes. Excellent defending there by João Neves. Crazy tackle, really. Absolute crazy. Zielinski. Fabian Rui, winner of the Euros as well. Oh yeah, they're advertising the Community Shield already. Liverpool versus Palace. August the 10th. Put that in your diary, Reds. Yeah, possibly, Nick. Yeah, don't apologise, lads. All good. All good, mate. It's been very busy last couple of weeks as well, which I loved. I love it. Yeah, all good, mate. As long as you and everyone in chat's keeping well as well, everyone. Long searching ball here. Is that a foul? Is that going to be a yellow card for Pacho? Inter Milan players are going absolutely berserk here. And you can understand because... And I think Inzaghi's going to be getting booked here. And I can understand his frustration. I'm not surprised if I'm Inzaghi as well, as I just said there. How? Is he getting a yellow card? Referee. Inzaghi there. That'd be me if Liverpool winning Champions League final 2-0 down. I'd be exactly the same as Inzaghi. You can understand because his player, the substitution has just come on there. Fretsky. Absolutely butchered that pronunciation. Do apologise, Charles. But that fella, that just got a yellow card. I felt it should have been a yellow card for Paris Saint-Germain there. Very cynical foul on the halfway line when they're going to be going forward as well. DeMarco, lads, why are you shaking your head? You're being absolutely atrocious. Long throw in here by Bastoni. Barella. Oh, that is awful. Wow. As we said, chat, 10 minutes. You can get past the next 10 minutes. Paris Saint-Germain, they'll win this. Just haven't showed absolutely anything really, this Inter side. But you know what you're going to get from this Paris Saint-Germain side. They are not going any away anytime soon. The main thing is they actually keep hold of quite a fair bit of the core of the squad. The youthfulness, the quality across the park as well. Obviously Marquinhos, if he is to win Paris Saint-Germain's first Champions League, he's been here a very long time anyway. There's a transitional play here. There's an opportunity for Inter to get the ball forward. He's got to play it down the left. Straight into the grateful arms of Donnarumma. But again then, Inter got in behind Paris Saint-Germain's back line, but they were just so slow to transition that ball a bit further, quicker forwards as well. Yeah, it was. Chat, what are we saying? Yeah, nice one for that, Ozan. You can hear him crying today. Federico, he's here to win. I'm a cop right now. Nice one for the super chat, man. Much appreciated. Hakimi. Ball forward. Tell you what, Kvaratskhelia needs to gamble at the far stick there. Tell you what, man in a match, if it was to finish now, it'd be... Oh, Desiree Doué, lad. Little back heel there, but... Yeah, Desiree Doué and Hakimi have won this final just between them two. Just between the two of them, anyway. Oh, was he 19? Sorry, chat. 19. I've been saying he's 17 anyway. Desiree Doué. 19. I'm thinking of Yamal anyway. Desiree Doué even. Like, that's when you look at it. 19 and you look at like Harvey Elliott and other young players in Liverpool's squad as well. But it's crazy how good he is already. Yeah. You can kill it off. Certainly, mate. Mkhitaryan's coming off for... Oh, it looks like Bizek is coming off as well. Darmian. Yeah, Bizek's off as well, chat. To mark out, as we mentioned at the top of the show, former Manchester United man. Oh, what an opportunity this is for Paris Saint-Germain. Vitinha, he's got Desiree Doué ahead of him. 3-0! Remember the name, Desiree Doué. 19 years old. This lad has got some future ahead of him. 3-0. Game over. Absolutely game over. What a footballer this lad is. Absolute mismatch in this Champions League final as well. Phenomenal football inside this Paris Saint-Germain side. Worthy of winning any Champions League campaign. Being one of the best, if not the best, European side in club football this season. They've put absolutely this Inter Milan side, who've already been Champions League finalists twice in the last 3 seasons. But the youthfulness, the energy, the star power of this Paris Saint-Germain side absolutely cut open the old guards of this legendary Italian side. But first time finish, he just caresses that into the bottom right corner. It's such a difficult finish to execute there. But the form in which Desiree Doué showed already this season, and most importantly tonight, just passes it into the bottom right corner. And that is, as you would expect, Desiree Doué being man of the match this evening in a Champions League final at the age of just only 19 years old. Says a lot to do this in a Champions League final. Not many players can do what he's done tonight. No matter the opposition you're coming up against, no matter whoever, you need to stand up and be counted, really. But Kvaratskhelia, the work rate here. The Georgians playing left wing back here. The work rate. Is that a penalty? That should be a penalty for Inter Milan. I tell you what. But what a game this has been, chat. fantastic game of football. Yeah, they have been, Ozan. Absolutely awful. Oh, he's getting taken off. So, fair play. Well played, Desiree Doué. One of the best Champions League final performances we've seen in many of a year from the Frenchman. First goal took a deflection, but it doesn't matter. But that second goal, he's fallen as well, Doué. He's fallen, but he just passes it into the bottom right corner. And that's not too bad of a substitution, that is it, chat? You just brought on Barcola. Hey, that's what you call squad depth. Oh, I tell you what. And the fans, he's getting plaudits as well. What a big opportunity that was for Inter. Martínez. The mad thing is, a bit similar with Liverpool as well, though, chat. Going into next season, this is why we need like a flurry in weights, and we need a bit more surgery in the midfield. Not like massive, and I don't mean like to take out any of our players, but just you look at the squad depth in this Paris Saint-Germain side as well. Like, they've got Zaire Emery on the bench, and he's not even come on. They've just brought on Barcola as well. So this is the level that Liverpool need to be playing at, really, to be able to be getting into Champions League finals as well. We've done really well this season, of course we have. And I think we will do really well next season, but this is who you've got to beat. This is who you've got to beat in the Champions League final. Obviously, we've been eliminated by the winners of the competition of 2025. Fair play. Is that going to be a yellow card there? Looks like. There'll be a yellow card, yeah. For them. In a bit, like. Very strong challenge there from the Frenchman. Ball forward here. What an opportunity this is for Barcola. Barcola, ball in. Oh, Dembele. His hands in it. His head's in his hands. Oh, over the bar. Barcola. Dembele wants that goal so he can get those watches of his local jeweler with the bet he's had. Oh, they're getting taught an absolute lesson, this Inter Milan side tonight. An absolute lesson. A footballing lesson. Chananoglu. It's the passing of the old guard. This young Paris Saint-Germain side, they're absolutely toying with this Inter Milan midfield as well. They need big surgery in the summer, this Inter Milan side. It's all well and good doing it in the City Yard and bringing in all the players and all that, but it's typical of modern Italian football, really. Especially when you go into European competitions, come up against a side like Paris Saint-Germain tonight. Got so much pace, got so much energy as well. Tell you what, the football they're playing here. Balls round the corner, little back heels, left, right and centre. And the Cherby's being booked. But certainly this Inter Milan side needs big investment, but they haven't got a lot of money, as we said in the first half. All these Italian sides, they very are quite cash strapped, really. Don't have a lot of money to spend. Kvaratskhelia he's picked up a wide position here. So good. Even in the central pockets of space as well. You look at Kvaratskhelia picking that ball out wide and then coming in as well. It's just, you can either go in the inside channel, go in the wide area. You'd absolutely hate to defend him, really. You'd absolutely hate to defend him. Yeah. It's quite surprising how many goals Dembele's got though, Nick, isn't it? Yeah. Worthy winners of the Champions League this season. 100% there, Everest. Everest, how did the job interview go, mate? I know you mentioned Kvaratskhelia to make it 4-0. Kvaratskhelia! 4-0. What a performance. It's a performance of the ages from this Paris Saint-Germain side. One of the greatest Champions League performances we've seen. It's certainly in the last 10 years. But this Luis Enrique side, worthy champions this season. It's been an absolute joy to watch them in this competition, apart from when we played them anyway. But, yeah, Liverpool beaten by the Champions League winners this season. And yeah, Inter Milan, they're at 6s and 7s. Absolutely everywhere. So disjointed. Just might as well. This could be about 6 or 7. Even with 18 minutes left to go here, chat. Yeah, Kvaratskhelia. Good luck, lad. Good night. He'll do you. He'll do it on the left as he has done there. Or he'll do a little shimmy with his right if he needs be. And absolutely do it on his right foot. Shimmy, shimmy, yay, shimmy, ya. Tra-la-la-la. Luis Enrique. Yeah, as we just said 10 minutes ago, this so old, this Inter side. So old. Looking frail, really, as a team when you're just coming up against such an electric pace. 17 minutes left here, and this could... Kvaratskhelia, double league winner already, chat, if you didn't know. But there's one thing getting beat in a final. 1-0 or 2-0. But this could have been about 6 or 7 tonight, chat. They haven't just been beaten, this Inter Milan side. They've been absolutely battered. And thankfully we had Alisson in between the sticks in that first leg where we faced this Paris Saint-Germain side. And at least we took them to penalties, at least, over 2 legs. Barella. Oh, big save by Donnarumma. That is so poor by Barella there. Needs to be playing that ball straight through the defence. He's got 3 options around him there. Inside the Paris Saint-Germain penalty area there. It's far too slow. He absolutely chops him in half. Nicola Barella. But he picks the wrong option. He's gone far too wide left. Yeah. Obviously, Sommer, yeah. Sommer, mate, yeah. He's a good goalie, Sommer, anyway, but he's not being helped at all tonight by his defence. It's just been Paris Saint-Germain players just absolutely running at everyone, really. Oh, cameraman knows what he's doing. This is one of the great Champions League finals we've watched tonight. Champions League final for the ages, really. Very rarely do you see a game of so much riding on it. Usually they're extremely cagey, very tight. But Paris Saint-Germain, with their young side tonight, have turned up. Inter have rolled out the red carpet for them. They've made it not easy for them. They've had to work hard, certainly very hard, Paris tonight. But Inter have just played into Paris Saint-Germain's hands, really, as well. Straight into the hands. Donnarumma, stay on the ground there, lad. What a performance. But it's all good. All good, Nick. I thought you meant Donnarumma, lad. Because Donnarumma just, when you messaged, he did make it quite a very, very big save. But yeah, if I'm Arne Slot, I'm getting the lads to watch this performance from Paris Saint-Germain, and it won't be just Arne Slot. A lot of European coaches around world football as well. The blueprint is here of how you want to be playing as a team, as a collective. You've got your left winger, you've got your right winger, basically playing as fullbacks. It's very much a quite similar throwback to when you used to watch that great Inter Milan side under Jose Mourinho when he won the treble. We had Samuel Eto'o basically playing as left wing back in that formation, that team. But this Paris Saint-Germain side, they finally, after all these years, all that investment, they've got the right coaching and they are playing as a collective unit now. And if you're Kylian Mbappe, a bit similar like Michael Owen when he was crying when he left Liverpool. A couple months later, Liverpool went on and won a Champions League. And I think Kylian Mbappe will be just looking tonight, going, of course you win soon as I leave. But that is there exactly where the magic has started for this Paris Saint-Germain side. Paris, the blueprint's there. Stop signing superstars. Buy an actual team like you have tonight. And that's certainly, and most importantly, install an elite level winning manager like Luis Enrique in, and you will go very far, as they have done already in this season's Champions League. But the balance, Vitinha, Fabian Rui, and João Neves, the best balanced midfield in European football by an absolute country mile. Total football. But in Paris tonight, they will be certainly partying into the night. And they'll be certainly partying in Germany. Oh, Kvaratskhelia. Yeah, you've got to be some team to match this Paris Saint-Germain side, chat. And the main thing is for Liverpool next season, we need to be able to play at this level, play at this energy. And if we can, then Liverpool will certainly go back-to-back Premier League champions. I'm 100% confident about that, chat. We play with this energy, we play with this quality in the Premier League. No one will be able to come close. I'm telling you that now. Zalewski, shot on target, and Donnarumma screaming at his centre-half there, just saying. Let's push up a bit more higher there. Well, I'll tell you what, if Vitinha got that through, lads. Wow. Barcola. Bradley Barcola! Oh, lad, how's he missed? That would have been one of the greatest ever Champions League goals. My man ball rolled them back to Italy in a bit like Barcola, just his little ball roll there. Puts him on his backside. Ridiculous footballer, Barcola. And he's a substitution tonight as well, by the way, chat. Tell you what, what's Martínez doing? You're the captain of Inter, lad. And you sat there on the halfway line. Yeah. Chat, if anyone says Martínez is a decent footballer, have a word with them, please. Again tonight, missing. Absolutely missing. Not having this narrative he's an half-decent footballer, mate. Every single time I've watched him, I don't see nothing. But João Neves, £100 million bid next season, chat. Need a lot more than that, certainly. That's a great point there, Nick. Chat, you'll have to Google that. It's a very good question. Yeah, let's have a little look at that now. Oh, yeah. Barcola. Oh, Dembele's absolutely screaming at his teammate there. It looks like it might be 4, chat. Biggest Champions League final wins. AC Milan versus Barca in 93 and 94. What a team that was. Real Madrid versus Juve. 16-17. That was when the Bale went off the pitch and then come back on, wasn't it? Oh no, was that Atletico? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Real Madrid. Yeah, it's 4, chat. If Paris Saint-Germain, well played, Fabian and João Neves. Not too bad substitutions. Kvaratskhelia come off as well. Goncalo Ramos, Mayulu, and Zaire Emery. Not too bad substitutions. But yeah, four goals is the biggest, chat. So we will be watching history tonight if Paris Saint-Germain can get another goal. It'll be the biggest ever Champions League final win in a final. Oh, is it, Nick? Hang on. 7-3 in Frankfurt. Is it, Nick? I've just checked then on Google. It hasn't come up with that Frankfurt game. Or Real Madrid versus Frankfurt. Fair enough. Oh, that was the year when Real Madrid won the first 5. Not counting them anyway. Just go and check how they won their first 5 European Cups. Real Madrid, chat, by the way. Ugh, ridiculous. Yeah, this Inter Milan side needs to be getting broken up next season. There's no way they continue this team. They're being absolutely battered. Five minutes left here, chat. What a great game of football this has been, Reds. Yeah, we just went through that, Lee, yeah. AC beat Barca 4-0, 94. Yeah, it's the most recent one. I think Nick's just found there. 7-8 for Real. 90. Oh, obviously, yeah, that's probably right though, Nick, anyway. You're spot on. Obviously, I think I was just looking at the Opta stats, and I think Opta had only come in. When was he? Yeah, Opta has only recently come into. Oh, it's 5-0! What a goal! Well done. The young lad scored again. He's an academy project. 5-0 in the Champions League final. What a goal that was. Well done for the young lad anyway. What a moment for him as a footballer. Whatever he ever achieves in football, he can always say now, he's a Champions League finalist, he's a Champions League winner, and he's onside as well. What a finish, by the way, chat. Yes, Sommer shouldn't be getting beat on his front post, but he's absolutely levered that in. Oh, look at Cherby, lads. What a finish and what a goal. Yeah, I think, how old is this lad, chat? You've just said he's an academy project, so he's probably about 16, 17, which is crazy. Fair play. What a goal. 5-0 in the Champions League final, chat. What a game. History in the making tonight, chat. What a final we've had tonight. Has not disappointed. Mayulu. 2 goals in 4 games for the young lad. Very good performance. Yeah. And they're going forward here again, PSG. Referee, blow the whistle, lad, into the finished. The finito. It's not a big inquest, really, in this Inter Milan as a football club, really. There's one thing losing a Champions League final, but losing 5-0, that's something you can't be doing. It's embarrassing. Yeah, I think, chat, if we get subbed on, we might actually get a goal. So, yeah. And the Paris Saint-Germain bench are all crying, because certainly a lot of the technical staff have been there for a very long time. They've tried for so many years. But look what happens, Paris, when you get rid of all your superstars and you actually properly build a football team. You do well in Europe. This is one of my probably chats. It's one of our very favourite Champions League finals anyway. Obviously Istanbul for all of us, but as a neutral, I don't think I've seen a better final from a team in 30 years since I've been on the planet. Yeah, remarkable football. As we said in the first half, we were like, can Paris keep this up? And they certainly have. Keep me getting the yellow. But chat, you could pick about 7-8 man in the matches here tonight. Chat, get your man in the match in the comments. For me, it's got to be that man, Desiree Doué. Well done, and that is full time. History. European champions. Finally in their history. First time winning the Champions League. Oh, sorry, chat. Where's the scoreboard gone? So, yeah. Hang on. What have I done? No, what have I done? But chat, it is 5-0. There we go, chat. Clicked off. Well done. But well done. What a final of Champions League football we watched tonight. A proper world-class footballing team. I called it a very long time ago. This football side, it's not going anywhere soon. Because we've got players the age of 19, 20, 21, 22 across the pitch. This team is only going to be getting better. And that is going to be very, very scary for the rest of Europe as well. This is the marker from Paris Saint-Germain this season, this season's Champions League. Winners 24-25. Well done, Paris Saint-Germain. Chat, get your man of the matches in there. 100%. Congratulations to them. Yeah. Generational talent, Andrew, but that's what we are going to be competing with as well, though, chat. We're competing with this Paris Saint-Germain side. This is the level. The gauntlet has been thrown down by this Paris Saint-Germain side in the Champions League. We weren't good enough over the two legs against this side where we chat. We had some opportunities, but in reality, Liverpool weren't good enough over the two legs. We got battered in the Parc des Princes by Paris Saint-Germain. If it wasn't for Alisson Becker, probably would have been about 4-5-0 in the first leg. Well, thankfully, that leg, somehow we won that game 1-0. But I made up most importantly, for the most important man at Paris Saint-Germain is the manager, Luis Enrique. What that man has been through in his life. Really very good human being. Phenomenal football coach as well, for that matter. But made up for him and his family and what he's been through over the last couple of years. No more deserving manager in European football. But well done, Lewis, and well done this Paris Saint-Germain side. But Inter Milan only got themselves to blame. Not good enough. Absolutely not good enough. But well done. Very emotional. He's enjoying it as well. What a coach. His daughter, Sana. Well done, Lewis. Done really well. But you've done good, Steve. You've done really good. Right, chat. Massive thank you for everyone tuning in. Look after yourself. And yeah, make sure you do tune into Anfield Index as well. Plenty of content to come. Obviously, Daily Red tomorrow as well. But as always, Reds, massive thank you for everyone for the continued support. Everyone heading over to Anfield Index. I do see it in the comments as well, everyone. So massive thank you, everyone, for tuning in, getting involved in all the pre-recorded shows or absolutely everything, really. It's very much appreciated. Going to be chock-a-blocker next week, of course, with the window opening on the 1st of June. So, yeah, Reds, love you and leave yous anyway. Massive thank you to everyone for tuning in tonight. Look after yourself, and congratulations, Paris Saint-Germain. The best footballing team. Yeah, 100%. Reds, and any Parisians in the chat as well. Enjoy your evening, certainly. Paris will be absolutely bouncing tonight. And Munich. But Reds, look after yourself. Have a lovely rest of your Saturday night. And thank you as always for tuning in. Very much appreciated. See you very soon.